Okay, so here we have our reading comprehension for today. So picking teams. So this is a short story just to get us back into the hang of it. I'm sure you've seen these kind of things before last semester when we were basically, I had sent a few of these home and you had to read through them, and then the day after we tested ourselves using 5 questions to kind of test our comprehension and see how much you remembered from the night before. So this is kind of the same thing again. So I'm just going to read through it first just so that you get the idea of it, and then you have to read it out loud as well at home. So when you're at home and you're reading through this, read it out loud, and you will then have to answer questions based on this. Okay, so you can't reread this once you start the questions. So once you have read this maybe 2 or 3 times, so minimum 2 times you have to read this, you should know the answers to the questions that I put up then. Alright, so make sure you listen to this first and then read through it at least twice yourself, one aloud, and then you can do the second one in your head. Okay, so then I'll have read it once, you'll have read it twice, so you should have a good comprehension of it. Okay, so picking teams. Mr. Hayes blew his whistle. Right, children, he bellowed. It's football today. Gavin G and Sarah are captains. He nodded to them. Start picking the teams and try to be fair. Kevin grunted to himself. He hated this. He wasn't exactly Olympic athlete material and wasn't a member of the popular club. He knew exactly what was going to happen. Sarah chose first. She picked Laura, her best friend, so there was no surprise there. Gavin picked Tom, the best goal scorer in the class. That figured. Then Sarah picked David, the best goalkeeper in the school. Gavin picked Sally next. Well, she was the prettiest girl in the class. As the teams were picked, boys and girls left the line and stood behind their captains. On and on it went. Bill, Kira, Frank, Nick, Kate, the other Gavin, Sean, Connor, Christine. The line gradually dwindled. Kevin was still in the line. He knew he would be last or close to the last to be picked. He always was. All the sporty and popular children were being snapped up by the 2 captains. He glanced to either side. Jerry was still in the line to his left. Pete was to his right. They looked as enthusiastic about the whole situation as he felt. Still, maybe he wouldn't be the last one to be picked this time. Sarah and Gavin scrutinized the small group that remained. They narrowed their eyes, thought hard, and chose. Pete! Kevin's heart pounded. Jerry! And then his heart sank. Okay, bellowed Mr. Hayes. That's 11 on each team. He glanced at Kevin. I'll have to toss a coin to see who wins the extra player. Extra player? So that's what he was. Not even Kevin. As he shuffled over to the pitch, he told himself yet again that it didn't really matter. But deep down it did. In fact, it really hurt. Okay, so now you've heard me read it once. I want you to go back and go on to Class Dojo and read it twice more, one out loud and one to yourself, and then go to your portfolio and you should have a task there waiting for you where you have to answer questions based on this. Okay, so good luck, don't be worried, it's only a small little comprehension, so you should be okay. Perfect, see you guys.